Hey guys, it's me Samie and welcome back. I know the last time I filmed it was like when dinosaurs were roaming the earth, but yeah, I'm back and I have a lot of news to share, and I think today's video is just going to be like a chatty get ready with me. I have my hair done. It's frizzy, so you know, that's my brand. Hi, I'm Samie. I have frizzy hair. Welcome to my life. But I have all my makeup right in front of me. That's why I'm looking down constantly, and I'm in a hotel, by the way. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to film, just give you guys a little life update while playing with some makeup. I haven't put on makeup in like 4 days since I've been in this hotel. I guess I'll explain that in a little bit. But yeah, got my hotel cup with my makeup brushes. I kind of used because I did use them once. But yeah, let's just get on with it and put on some makeup. While talking about my life. Sorry, the concealer has like a little dog hair. Got dog hair and everything. I have dogs. Dogs are a part of my life. I have two. A Chihuahua mix with something chunky. I don't know. She is like her mama. And I also have a lab terrier mix. We don't know what he's mixed with. Probably, you know, a dumber dog because he is not that bright. But, you know, he's very cute and I love him. His name is Alexander, and then I have Daisy Girl. And then we also, I want to say recently, since the last time I filmed a video, but like, that's not that recent. It's almost been a year actually, because we're like in the end of October. Anyways, so I actually got a cat. Her name is Tofu. She's a black and white short-haired domestic cat. And we've had her for almost a year now, so yeah, that's exciting. We added a cat with our hamster as well. We have a new hamster. His name is Cupid. We no longer have Boo. She's no longer with us. She's actually a ghost hamster. No, she's in hamster heaven, you know, eating. What does she like? She liked the popcorns. I'm sorry if you hear sirens and stuff in the background. I am in a hotel, so there's nothing I can do about it except for try to talk over it, and hopefully you can hear me and not them. But you know, anyway, so I got my hair clipped. I'm gonna clip this part of my hair back, and I look like the early 2000s. I don't know what this is. Anyways, it's what I do because I like to have all of my hairs out of my face. And then I just push this back with my ears. Anyway, so I have 3 primers in front of me, but 3 of them are the, just dropped them. I'm dropping everything. I'm so sorry. 3 of them are the not It Cosmetics. Oh my gosh. I'm having a moment, guys. Sorry. I'm on call, so I'm just like really nervous if I get a call. And I'm supposed to, what was that? Oh, I had a black thing on me. I'm on call because I got a new job as well. Very excited about that. But anyways, let's talk about makeup first. It's the Too Faced what is it called? The RX Hangover Primer. I have 2 of them that are about to be empty, so I'm trying to use them up. I'm going to use this one up first because this one's more empty. But I like to, in my T-zone, put on the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Primer. Sorry, I'm really bad at this, guys. I'm learning. I have time today, that's why. I don't know if I'm going to be called or not, but I like to put like a dollop, a nice amount. Anyways, this is my travel bag because I obviously am traveling, so it's like a decent size. It's like as big as my head. I do like to take everything out once a month and wash it, because I do keep all my makeup brushes and makeup in that bag. This just helps, like, it's very hydrating, but it's also like silicone based, so it just like fills in any lines or any texture. So I should probably put it on this thing because you can see that texture. Oh, and then I got like a little bumper here. You can see a lot of texture. Anyways, who cares? Skin is skin. If you don't have texture, you're using, what is that app? Facetune? Whatever it's called. All I know is Facebook. So now I'm gonna go over with the rest of my face. I like to do like 1.5 pumps. But anyways, yes, I got a new job. It is my dream job, and I'm very excited. I recently went to training for it in the middle of June, and it was like a 4-week training, and I had to go to Las Vegas. I guess I should say what my job is. I am a flight attendant, a US-based flight attendant. Actually, I was based in Dallas, Fort Worth. Speak, Samie, speak. For about 3 months, but then I got to transfer to Fort Lauderdale Airport, so I work there now. Well, I'm based there now. I don't work there. I'm based there. So, and this is my first month being a Fort Lauderdale-based flight attendant, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm a flight attendant. I don't want to say the airline directly or who I work for. But if you know me personally, you already know who I work for. But just because some airlines are very strict about what you post on social media and stuff like that, and therefore I just don't want to tiptoe around the fact that like I'm alluding to anything bad or anything, because there's nothing negative about my job. Honestly, it's the greatest job in the world. I'm literally getting paid to travel around the world. Not around the world, but like around where my company flies to. But I have nothing negative to say about my company. It was my first choice, so I'm really glad that I got to work for them. And I'm really glad that they gave me the conditional job offer. So yeah, now I work for them, and now I'm going on 4 months, and I will be off probation after 6 months. So I'm very excited about it. I'm currently in a hotel right now. They have me in this hotel because technically I am, what is it called, on reserve for another base. So this isn't my base. I don't want to say where I am either because that's kind of weird. But I'm in a different base of theirs. So I just get put in a hotel and just forget about that. And yeah, I get to just sit here and wait. I'm on reserve for the next, it's 10:44 a.m. and I'm on reserve until 1300. So 11, 12, like next 2.5 hours. Anyway, so I'm gonna go on with my foundation. I have the L'Oreal Infallible foundation in the shade 440, and I do apologize for this lighting. I wanted to film in front of the light, but there's a table here and it's easier for me to film here. So yeah, also you can blame my fiance because I did ask him for my little camera stand and everything. So I am filming on my iPad. That's why I'm trying to like look all over the place. I'm not really looking at the camera. But yeah, I have a new job. Very excited about that. I just take my finger. It's clean. I wash my hands. And I just dot it everywhere, especially places that have like redness. I do have a lot of redness on my face, but I am more yellow toned. But I just do have a lot of redness in my face. I have allergies, and when I stay in hotels for an extended period of time, it elevates my allergies. That's not the word I want to say. It intensifies my allergies. Just wipe my finger off with this. Grab the remaining product with my hand, and I am using the Wet n Wild. I don't know if you can see their logo right there. But yes, I got a new job. I'm very excited about it. It is my dream job. So literally I had a couple of really awesome layovers in like San Francisco, California. I had a layover. Well, really I didn't have a layover over there, but we took the BART over there. And I had a good time, my crew and I. We also had a layover I had a layover in Fort Myers, Florida. So I live in Florida, so the beaches aren't really that exciting, but something about the beaches on the West Coast in Florida are really nice. Like, you get to see everything. So we got to see a sea star, we got to see like live sand dollars, we got to see over 200 stingrays, and then we just like had, my crew and I had a really good time. And one of the things I like most about my jobs is like you don't work with the same people. And I know that can be like intimidating for somebody that's not a people person or somebody that's very introverted. But I do like the fact that I'm not always working with the same person. You get to meet different people. You just get to share your life with somebody that you probably might never see again. I'm just blending this to the neck and the double chin so that I can look even. And I know the quality's not gonna be great. I don't know, maybe whatever. I'm just filming this just to film this, and just to say that the last video I filmed wasn't when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. So, but yeah, I'm really excited about my new job. Also, other news, I'm getting married in in 2 months. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. My fiance's mom it actually offered to pay for a majority of the wedding. Her and her husband, so we're very thankful for that. My dad chipped in some, my mom chipped in some, my fiance's dad chipped in some, and we're just like very thankful and very excited about it. It's a new chapter in our lives. But like we already bicker like we're an old married couple, so it's kind of like not really anything different. But yeah, we're getting married, and we're actually getting married on our 10-year anniversary, so I think that's even cooler. We were supposed to get married last year, but COVID happened. Unfortunately, COVID did happen in a serious note, and that was something that nobody could have predicted, and the outcome of COVID was absolutely awful, and I can't complain about my wedding being postponed because of what had happened with COVID and the outcome of COVID. So I'm just lucky that my family were all safe and healthy. My fiance's family is all safe and healthy. My fiance and I are safe and healthy. Really can't say safe and healthy at the same time. And I'm just honestly super thankful for all of that, and I am heartbroken that there are so many lives that were lost because of COVID. So I do want to reach out to everyone that has been affected by COVID negatively. I know a couple of people that I know of didn't make it because of COVID, and it's horrible. And then just like families being separated and not being able to see each other, especially during holidays when that's like the only time they can see each other. It's just heartbreaking. But I don't want to speak about that because it is heartbreaking. But yeah, we're gonna get married this year. Very excited about that. Now I'm gonna go in with something that I've been using for years and years and years and years and years. And it's the Instant Age Rewind Eraser. Like, nobody uses this at all. And they probably reformulated it, but I love it. It's by Maybelline. It's this little thing. The only thing that I hate is the sponge applicator, because it's kind of dirty. Like, you keep putting it on your eye, so it just gets dirty. But I still use it the way it's intended to. I know I probably shouldn't, but, oh, that was a lot. I just like to dab it on. That was a lot. So I guess we're gonna have concealer everywhere. I will be using a mirror, by the way. Sorry, guys. Here, I'll try to do it like this. There is a light in front of me, a lamp in front of me, but I don't know how to turn it on, so yeah, there's no like switch or anything. There's no little button you have to press. There's nothing. So I don't know how it turns on. I checked the cord too to see if there's something. There's nothing on the cord. So I really don't know how it turns on. I will be using this Glam Glow spray. It's a setting spray. All of the words are faded, but I know it's from Glam Glow. It's one of my favorite setting sprays because, like, look how awesome this sprayer is. Just, like, very fine, very awesome. Like to air it out a little. Oof. Yeah. So very excited about getting married. Can't believe it's actually happening. Super duper excited about it. There's still some stuff that my fiance and I have to do. Just like little things. And when I say my fiance and I mean me. Oh, other news. I can't believe I forgot this. He was telling me about this earlier. He was talking to me about it earlier. My fiance is actually changing careers too. He's actually going to school to become a pilot. So very excited for him. I don't want to say too much about it because it's his news to share, but he told me I can say it. So yeah, if he wants to give out the details, that's on him. I respect my fiance's wishes for that, but yeah. I guess the light's going away now. Anyway, so that's all blended. I blended it out with my Wet n Wild same sponge, the rounded part of it. Now I'm gonna go in with this Pat McGrath's Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Light. It's supposed to be under eyes. It's like the most finely milled pressed powder ever, and I did crack it. So here, let me just toss it real quick. And this powder, or this little pad. Which is really sad because it's super expensive, and I'm the type of person who tries to use it up before I get rid of it. That's not true. I have a whole bunch of makeup that I don't do that on. I don't know why I'm whispering now. But yeah, I'm very excited for him. He's starting in November. He does get the wedding off. He gets like a week in between Christmas and New Year's Eve to have off. So he's obviously going to have the wedding off. I'm going to try to bid around it. So very excited about that. Yeah. Anything else that's new? There's other stuff that's new, but it's not my news to share, so I will be keeping quiet until it is my news to share, or until I get permission to share it. But yeah, that's it. That's all that's new in my life. And I know this is supposed to only be for under eyes, but I like to just because I have normal to oily skin, especially in my T-zone. That's when it starts getting super, super oily. So I just like to add a powder. It's not really translucent. It kind of is. But I just like to add a powder all over to set the foundation. Especially around my nose area, because my job does require me to wear a mask. And if I don't powder my nose twice, then the foundation will rub off. And I know it sucks. It sucks wearing a mask. That's just my opinion. It really does suck wearing a mask, but it is what it is, and I will continue doing it even though I am fully vaccinated. I don't care if you are or not. It's your choice. But I am very thankful that I have been using my mask because I haven't been getting sick at all. The last time I got sick was towards the beginning of COVID, and I don't think I had COVID because I didn't have all the symptoms, but I got really, really sick right before COVID was a big thing. COVID was a big thing March, April of 2020, where I got sick middle of December of 2019, because it was just about to turn 2020. But yeah, 2020 was a terrible time. I don't think I filmed anything before that or after that. I don't remember. I don't know. I know I filmed a couple of videos, but I never posted it because I'm terrible like that. But yeah, I'm all over the place, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna get done using that. I'm gonna put you over here, and then to finish it off, I like to use this Too Faced Born This Way multi-purpose complexion powder in the shade light beige. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but it somehow works. So I'm just gonna use this Japonesque. I'm Hispanic, so I'm gonna say Japonesque brush. It doesn't say anything else. It just, I guess it's like a foundation brush or something. It had some fuzzies on it because I did wash these, but I haven't used it in like 4 days, so it's gonna develop some fuzzies. I just like to press it onto my skin. I like to use, what is it called, those makeup sponge applicators that it comes with, to like press it onto my skin, or like a fluff, but I don't have any of those, so I'm just gonna use this. You can still see how like that foundation isn't full coverage because you can still kind of see my little spot there, like the color's still poking out. But I do like this foundation because it's not full coverage, so it's probably gonna be what I'm wearing for my wedding. I don't really like the full coverage look. I like to see my freckles poke out, which I do have some right here. Couple freckles on my thing. I don't know if the quality is gonna be there or not, guys. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. I should have planned it better. My fiance should have packed the stuff that I asked him to pack while I was sleeping. Just kidding. Oh, also, I just wanted to talk about like my relationship and everything because I do get asked a lot of questions. So I like to post on social media about my fiance and I a lot because, you know, we've been together when dinosaurs were roaming the earth. In all seriousness, we've almost been together for like about 10 years, and a lot of people do like to romanticize our relationship more, because I do like to romanticize our relationship online. Like I do post the highlights of our relationship, and I never like to post like nobody's gonna post like, oh, we just got in an argument, or we just didn't do anything. Like nobody's gonna post that on their social media. They're gonna post the best of their, ow, I just stubbed my toe. They're gonna post the best of their lives, you know. They're not going to try to I don't want to say be real, because they're not being not real by not posting that. They just don't want to share the bad side. Not the bad side, but like the real, not the real side either. I don't want to, how do I word this? Yeah, no. Oops. People are afraid to be authentic with themselves, and they don't like to post all of the sides of the relationship, whether it's the fact that they don't want to post about the relationship at all, or they just want to post the happy times of the relationships or the highlights of it. But I'm the type of person where I like to post like big, vibrant colors on my Instagram. That's just me. So whatever it is, I like to post like big, vibrant colors. And sometimes I have like these, I like to pose with my fiance in something that has like lots of colors, or that's appealing to my eye at least. But yeah, I do get a lot of messages sometimes saying like, oh, you and your fiance are so cute, or like, how do you make it last, or can you give us some relationship advice? And I don't think I'm the type of person that should be giving relationship advice. Yes, my relationship with my fiance has lasted for so long, and we are getting married, and we are in a super healthy place in our relationship, whereas you asked us when we first started dating, or our first 5 years, or first like 8 years together, which is crazy. It wasn't so healthy. We were just two teenagers that decided to give this relationship a shot, and we've known each other since like elementary school. Like, we known of each other since elementary school. Anyways, I'm gonna go with this. Sorry, I'm just gonna interrupt. I'm going to go in with this Ilia Drawn In Nightlight bronzing powder. It is in the shade Drawn In, and I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Pac-Man, I think it was like a, what is it called? Blush brush. But I use it for bronzing because it fits my face better, and I do have like a big face, so just gonna tap that in and use it. Anyways, what was I saying? So I don't think I'm qualified to give any advice about anybody's relationship, especially knowing that everyone's relationship is different, and how my fiance and I handle the way we talk to each other, try to communicate or argue or whatever. It's not necessarily going to work for you and your relationship. Everyone's relationship is super different. Just because some things work for us doesn't mean it's going to be working for you. And I know that's kind of like a cop-out answer. That's kind of like a, you're just saying what everybody else says type of thing. But it is true. Like, what works for me and him might not work for you and your fiance. Everyone has different love languages. I know my fiance's love language is touch, but mine is words, you know, and action. I don't like to be touched, so I don't know how that works. But, like, I don't like the PDA. I don't like people. It cringes me out when I see, like, couples sitting on each other's lap or, like, eating each other's faces. I used to see that all the time in middle school and high school. And that was supposed to be, like, my normal, oh, they're in a relationship. Whereas mine wasn't even, like, holding hands, you know? So, again, like, everyone's relationship is super different. What works for me won't work for you. What works for us won't work for you guys. Or maybe it could. You never know. But if I were to give out some relationship advice, saying all of that and, like, informing you guys that it might not work. This is just what works for us. Adding a little disclaimer. We don't like to go to bed angry. I really just don't like to go to bed angry anyways, just because it's not the type of way I want to go to sleep, you know. I want to go to sleep feeling well rested, or go to sleep and then when I wake up I want to feel well rested and all that. But I don't like going to sleep and having that hate inside of me or that anger, and it's just not a good feeling. So we try our very hardest to not go to bed angry. I know that's like a common one, but it is so true. It doesn't mean you have to figure out the person. It just means you can pause, not think about the situation at hand, and just try to focus on calming down, especially the whole focus on calming down. You never want to be in a heated argument with your fiance or your significant other, and you never want to just like continue that, because you're going to say some things in the heat of the moment. He's going to say something, or they're going to say some things in the heat of the moment, and it's just nasty things you guys say to one another or do, and it will always escalate. So why can't you guys just, or that's what we like to do. We haven't always done this now, but it's something you have to learn to just like step back sometimes and just end it, you know. And there's no point in wasting all of that energy getting heated and all of that for the sake of, oh, you're right or you're wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and you're wrong. And also that whole scenario, I don't think that that's correct to say that, oh, well, you're wrong, you're right. I don't like when I argue or when I try to communicate with my partner, not argue, but communicate with my partner. I don't like the whole, well, you're wrong and you're right. And I'm trying to make my partner realize that. Because you have to realize at the end of the day, when you are arguing with your partner, it's not a you versus them problem. It's a you guys versus the problem. And a lot of people like to think that it is a you versus them and one of you guys have to be right. No, it's not that. It's you guys versus the problem, and you guys as adults or as people in a relationship have to take the accountability of realizing that there's a problem, and how are you two gonna fix it. Also, we were just like super young. We were teenagers when we got together. So a lot of our arguments, especially like the first 5 years of our relationship, a lot of our arguments could have just very well been well avoided if we gotten together when we were adults, just because we had that teenage mindset or that young adult mindset where we were very selfish and we just didn't see eye to eye, or we just didn't have the mental capacity to understand one another. My fiance did have a crush on me like 3 years while we were friends, but he did go out with other people, or he did see other people in between that. But I guess he always had like a small crush on me or whatever. And I just saw him as a friend. So when we finally did get together, when I finally did see him as something more than just a friend, and when we finally did get together, I guess he wanted to hold on to that because I was like his crush or whatever. I don't know. It's just what he thinks and stuff. It's very hard to talk about topics and try to focus on other things, like multitask, by the way. It's very hard to. So, yeah, my fiance and I did try to get together at a super young age, but we were friends before then. I friend zoned him, and we did try to see other people before we got together. And I don't know, when something's meant to happen, something's meant to happen, you know? You can't force things. If we were to get together when he first liked me, I don't think it would have worked out. I think we would have just broken up and we would have went our separate ways, and we wouldn't have had this amazing adventure that we have had for the past 9 years. So things are just meant to happen, you know? If you're right for a person, then you're right for a person. If you're with a person, it sucks. Timing sucks, you know? You have this amazing person in your life, and it's just not the right time. Then they will make you friends. Life will make you friends, and you will still want that person in your life, and you still care about that person in your life, so just keep them in your life. I see a lot of people who I think are great together not end up together, or who were together and just like break up because of timing. And timing's such a bitch. Like, either you guys have to like mature a little bit, let time take its course or whatever, and then get together. I don't know. I've just seen a lot of relationships, a lot of healthy relationships, not healthy, but like a lot of relationships that I think would have worked really well together, and because of timing. So timing's like a huge thing too. If you don't have the timing, it sucks. But timing's a huge thing, along with chemistry. I know quite a bit of couples from school or whatever, work, that just didn't have the chemistry or didn't have the timing. It sucked. They're no longer together, but like seeing them still, or like seeing them mature now that they're mature or whatever, working on themselves, I can totally see them getting back together. I don't know, just a couple people in my life. Hopefully they do. It just is what it is type of situation. Now that I've been browsing my face for like years and years and years, talking about a concept that I really know nothing about except for my own experience, I will be contouring. I don't really like to contour, but it is like a contour-y shade. Contour type-esque shade. Not really. It's still a bronzer. I hit pan. I like to show you that I hit pan on things because I do wear makeup often. And I'm gonna go in with this Chemise Lamb Round Brush P40. I don't I'm just gonna tap, 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 tap. Get rid of all of that. Oh, I can't see anything on that mirror, so I'm gonna use this mirror. But yeah, that's some of the relationship things that I've noticed. And comment down below if you guys think I'm wrong, or if you guys see a different perspective on something else, because that's just my perspective, and everybody has a different perspective on relationships and stuff. But everyone likes to assume that I'm a relationship expert because I've been in my relationship for a long time. If I say that dinosaur joke, I'm sorry. I know people in my family have heard that one in forever, but it feels like I've been in a relationship since dinosaurs roamed the earth. It really has. So it's almost like, oh, and since I did get into a relationship that early, I don't really know. Well, not true, because another thing, a lot of people in my life who have gotten into a relationship around the same time that I have gotten into a relationship and are still together with their person, the biggest complaint, not complaint, but like the biggest regret, or yeah, I want to say complaint or regret. Ooh, I shrunk, guys. Cool. There we go. The biggest regret that I notice a lot of them say is that they don't really know who they are as an individual, because they have always been this person and this person. It's always been this person and this person from when they were like super young kids, or like young teenagers, to like young adults, and now like they're in around my age in their mid-20s. They don't know who they are. So it's kind of like, how do I figure out who I am as an individual? You know, it's always been me and this person navigating life together, but it's never been me navigating life on my own. I am super thankful that my fiance let me be my own person, or let me figure things out. I didn't really have to, not saying that these people had to have permission from their significant other, but they've always based their life on their significant other. Whereas, yeah, we did choose to go to the same college or whatever, but in reality, I've always been my own person. Like, I've always done my own things. I've always chose to like things based on what I like. I did have that individuality still. Anyway, so before I go into that, I need to put on blush. So I have these two Almay blushes. This one is in Wild Berry, and this one is in So Peachy. I'm gonna go with So Peachy just because Wild Berry. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with So Peachy. So I'm gonna take this brush, Laura Geller full face powder brush, because it's kind of like a stipple brush. It's not dense, as you can see. I just like to tap vigorously. Sorry, I'm using the light now. I know this kind of sucks, but I promise I'll like switch over the camera angle so you guys can see what you're working with. I like to put some blush on my nose and on my chin, just to give me a flash of color that's just not on my cheeks. I have some hairs that are going on my lip. Now I'm going to use this brush and my MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. It's a highlighter. I think it's supposed to be like a skin powder, but it's a highlighter. And clearly I use it a lot. Oh yeah, I also got a new engagement ring. A lot of people give me compliments every single time I start a pairing, or yeah, I start a pairing. That's what you call a trip. Not really a trip, because a trip is like there to there, you know. It's like a 4-day, a 2-day, a 3-day. It's your whole assignment that you are. You either get assigned like a turn, which is there and back, or like 2-day or 3-day or 4-day, sometimes 5-day. I don't put highlighter on my nose anymore just because I do have a wide, what is this called, bridge. So I don't like to intensify that. And I will go back in with this Sephora matte shade. It's like a skin color shade. It's an eyeshadow. I do like to take one of these brushes, just like a flat brush, tap the excess off, because you don't want to super intensify the dryness under your eyes, or in case my eyes. But sometimes I do miss the super under eye, not the super under eye. What am I trying to say? I do miss like the very, very bottom of the under eye, or the very top bottom of my eye, top of the under eye. And that's where I crease the most, because I do have lines. Everyone has lines. I don't care if you got Botox or whatever, you have lines under there, and they're gonna show. And then that inner corner as well, I just like to pat dry, because sometimes it just doesn't get it. The eye contour and everything, the natural eye contour, you just don't get it. Anyways, so I guess I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows, and I'm gonna go in with this Precisely My Brow pencil in the shade 4 from Benefit. And I'm just gonna use a spoolie. This is a ColourPop spoolie E12. And I'm just gonna like fluff up the eyebrows. What was I saying? Relationships. Oh yeah, everyone likes to think that I'm an expert, but I'm not, you know. You're not an expert just because you have been with your significant other for a long time. A lot of people who have been with their significant other a long time have had that complaint where they just wish they had more time to figure out who they are individually. I know a lot of couples make that mistake of always wanting to be with a person super early on, or like they force them to do what they need to do. And that's never been the type of person I am. I've always been like, you have to do your own thing. I think most relationships fail too, because they like to always do what that person's doing, or be who that person is, who they are. They just admire them so much that they become that person, and then they forget who they are individually. And I don't think that's necessarily correct. I don't know. You can come for me, whatever. It's just my opinion. If you realize who you are individually, and you still have that willingness to still be in a relationship. Also, yeah, it is a willingness thing. Like, you have to really work for your relationship. It's not just like, oh, you're so lucky you found your soulmate and you don't have to put in any work. A lot of people think that you don't have to put in any work. Like, that's absolute bull. You do have to put in a lot of work. There is a lot of communication, with your healthy communication you need to be doing with your partner. And it is a lot of work, especially if you're younger. You don't really know how to manage that. If you're still in your teenage years, like my fiance and I were when we first got together, we didn't know how to communicate healthy, or we were not mature enough to realize what we were doing. We were just like very insecure, very we were just insecure, especially when we were younger. We just didn't know what we wanted to do. My fiance in the beginning was like super like, oh, you can't go out with any guy. Not that I was going out with any guys, but like, he was the type of person where if I was hanging out with any guys, it was not okay. And that's super controlling. That's not okay. I don't think there was ever actually an instance where that happened, but was there? No, I don't think that ever happened. But if it were to happen, he was like, no, you can't do that. like, you know, very controlling. But then he mellowed out. Because when we did grow up, we were telling each other, like, okay, it's not okay for you to do this. Or for me, I am not the type of person where I could just calm down super easily or have the patience. My fiance is a very, very patient man. I am super lucky. I bagged the world's most patient man in the world, or else this relationship wouldn't have worked out. But sorry guys, this light sucks. Doesn't illuminate anything. It's just a lot of work you have to put in, and it's a lot of unlearning unhealthy tactics, or unlearning all the things that you were taught was okay to do, but it's not okay to do, you know? It's just a lot of unlearning and learning healthy behaviors. Don't come for me, by the way. I draw in my eyebrows. I just like to draw in hairs, and my hairs are so long that they go this way anyways. So if I mimic my hair, it's actually me mimicking my hair, because they are just so long. And then I'm gonna brush all those hairs out. But it is a lot of work. If you want your relationship to work, you have to make it work. Although you also have to acknowledge the insecurity within yourself to make a relationship work. If you have insecurities and you like to often project it towards your significant other, that's not okay. That's just my opinion. I'm not specifically saying this towards anyone or anything. It's just not okay. That's what I used to do. Any insecurities that I had, I would often project towards my fiance, and that was not okay for me. And then I had to grow up and realize that it's not my fiance doing these things. It's just me being insecure and imagining these things are happening, and that was not okay. So then I had to do some growing up. Anyways, just had to fill in some things. Up next, I'm gonna get rid of this. I have two brow gels, clear brow gels. This one's Tint, and it's a brow gel that's clear. And then this one's the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I'm gonna go with the Benefit because it's more strong. I'm just gonna brush these things up. Not trying to be super precise. I was just trying to fill in my brows a little bit. I already have super thick brows, so I'm not trying to give them too much thickness, or not trying to fill them out even more. Wow, I can do like a whole TED talk with relationships, or like my opinions on relationships. Again, these are just my opinions. These are, if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, don't come at me, because these are just my opinions, or what I did in my relationship to make it work, or what my fiance did in our relationship to make it work. Up next, just about a little. So I have this Lower East Side quad from Lower East Side, and it's City Chic palette, and it's like 3 mattes and then this shimmer. I probably won't be using it. I don't know, maybe we'll use it. And then I have this Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye palette. Oh, this is how it looks like. It's just like super romantic pink eyes. Can you see me? I'm trying to cover it, sorry guys. So we have a couple shimmers, a couple mattes. I have this Lorac Mini Pro palette, which I got just because of how small it is. It's very compact, so it's very good to travel with. And I absolutely love the formula of Lorac palettes. So yeah, it's just like a row of shimmers and then a row of mattes. And then I got this Flower Desert Lights palette. I'll open it up for you guys. This is how it looks like. They're all shimmers. It's just really beautiful quality. I don't think you guys can see it. Here, let me try to focus my light on it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That's making me smile. Ooh, who is she? Anyways, this is how it looks like. This one in the middle, right there, that I'm blinding my light on, that one's my favorite. So I think we're just gonna use all of them. I'm just gonna do like a super quick eyeshadow look. Hey guys, it's me, Samie, and I just finished the look. So I just topped off some mascara, and then I used this lifter gloss, hyaluronic and hyaluronic acid lip gloss from Maybelline in the shade Moon, number 3. But yeah, this is my finished look. For some reason, this lighting is making me look a little washed out, so I don't know what to do with that. Yeah. I was also doing my makeup in the shade too, so I guess that didn't help. But I don't know if I can make it a little bit darker so you can see the true. Nope, just gonna make everything washed out. Okay, but yeah, this is how it turned out. I really like it. It's one of my go-to. Usually I add in like a highlight in the inner corner of my eyes, but I didn't feel like doing that today. But yeah, I would change, but I don't know what I'm going to change into because I'm still on call for the next hour and a half, but I'm probably not going to get used. Fingers crossed. But I hope you really like this video. I know it went a little bit... Why are you going to do that? Why do all the frizzies have to frizzy out, you know? Just pull you out. I really hate my hair right now. Just because I don't like how long it is. It's very hard to maintain. So after the wedding, I'm gonna cut it because I did promise myself I would have longer hair for the wedding. But after the wedding, I'm gonna cut it for sure. But anyways, I hope you guys liked a little bit of my thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoy hearing a little bit of a life update. I know a lot has changed over the past year. It was the last time I talked to you guys. But yeah, it's really exciting. A lot of new changes have happened. I'm really happy in my new career, versus working 3 jobs 7 days a week. That was very stressful. I do not recommend that. And I will be able to make more videos now on. Just let me know what you guys want to watch. I know this is probably going to be a controversial video, but it is what it is, and it's my opinion, and it's my page, and I hope I don't offend anybody by saying my opinion. Again, you can comment your own opinions in the comments below, because if you guys don't agree with what I have to say, or if you want to add on to what I have to say, please do so, because I try to make as many disclaimers as possible saying that that's my opinion, or that's what works for my relationship. It may not work for yours. But yeah, just, you know, if you liked the video, like it. If you want to comment your opinion, please do so. Love hearing opinions.